Hey guys, I haven't done a members only video in a minute, so I figured I would just do one now. I'm recording like in a portrait mode. I don't know. I was doing like weekly ones, and now I'm just guys. So I wanted to kind of talk about spiritual warfare because I've been going through it honestly the whole year, and it's very real, especially as we are doing what God calls us to do, and we are, shaking things up and fighting in this spiritual battle. Well, then the resistance gets real. And as a lot of you guys know, I have a Bible channel called Bible Time with Melanie Mack. I upload there. Still been with the daily uploads lately, doing good with that. And I'm almost done with reading the entire Bible on that channel. And it was, as I started approaching the New Testament, I just kind of felt, I just felt in my spirit like I think the spiritual warfare is really going to ramp up as I work on completing the Bible on that channel. Because I just feel, ever since I've started that channel, I've had a lot of spiritual attack, and that manifests itself in different ways. But yeah, whether that be like distractions or where you actually feel like a demonic spiritual attack in your life, right? So I do feel like that has been something that I've been bombarded with since starting the channel, but especially I felt like it was just going to get a lot worse as I was getting ready to complete. And I'm telling you, it's this whole year so far since the new year. And I know it hasn't been that long yet, but still, since the new year, it has just ramped up to an insane degree. I feel it's been hard. Like, I'm just gonna be honest, it's been a struggle, and I'm continuing to push forward and to continue this. And it's just like, and I posted a little short the other day about like this scary dream I had, and I don't know, it just felt kind of demonic. It was like the night before last. And last night I was even scared to go to sleep because I didn't want to dream like that again. And it was terrifying. It just felt really demonic too. And that I talked about like on my Instagram reels and TikTok. I didn't post it here. It's just like, I don't know. Like, I've had a lot of resistance on this channel too for speaking out against like perversion that's going on in the gaming industry, which is demonic, right? I've been speaking out against pornography in the gaming industry and in video games, right? So just me stating about what I support and don't support in games has gotten me so much backlash. It's insane. It's like, wow, we're at this point where somebody's saying, hey, I don't like porn and video games, I'm not going to play those games, or I'm not going to support those games, that will get such an astronomical backlash to where tons and tons of people are making hate videos about me and this and that and the other, which I don't know, I'm kind of used to people making hate videos about me anyway whenever I talk bad about the gay stuff that they've inserted, the LGBT stuff that they've been inserting in gaming, because that's demonic. Well, just the same, pornography in video games is also demonic. And yeah, it's a big deal. It's a big deal because this kind of stuff actually affects society. Look where we're at, where it's just like everybody sexualizes everything. It's to a crazy degree. Like, people just have no respect anymore. They have no, and they can't. Why can't they? We human beings, we're gonna notice if somebody's attractive, for example. Why can't somebody just say, "Oh, that's a handsome man," instead of like, these girls posting, oh, I want him to choke me and this and that, and they're saying these like very vulgar, crass things, and it's like, why do you have to just post that for everybody to see? Why do you have to take things to that kind of level? What happened to just, oh, that's a beautiful man or something like that? And same with like when people talk about women and stuff too, and it's like, why is this so normalized to where people are just being so crass and so crude? And I think that's part of it, is the fact that everything is so sexualized in our media. And people are like, oh, well, sex sells. Okay, but that doesn't make it okay. You're corrupting society. Look at like the fall of Rome, for example. Our society, look at what happened with all this woke ideology. And whether people want to admit it or not, porn starts this stuff. Okay, so they normalize porn, and all of a sudden everything else is like, we got all this gay stuff, and like you have a slippery slope whenever you start accepting and normalizing sexual immorality. And the Bible is our guide and tells us what that is. And so when we start normalizing any sort of sexual immorality, well, then that slippery slope will keep on slipping, and it'll keep getting worse and worse and worse. So yeah, I speak out against it because this does affect our society at large. And then of course, a lot of people want to lie about what I'm saying and say that I don't think female characters should be attractive, blah blah blah. But obviously, everyone knows that's a lie. I'm a big fan of classic Lara Croft, for example. I just don't want porn in games. And the video in question that I really stood against the first time was a character shaking her butt and dancing in a thong. That's pornographic. Like, I don't care. It might not be like super hardcore, but that still falls under the porn category. It's like stripper, it's just like strip club activities. So it's like, no, I don't support that. But you'd think that saying something so reasonable wouldn't get the backlash it does, but a lot of demons are mad. But anyway, so there's a lot of that, and honestly, it's just like, I don't regret what I've said, and I also, it's not something that it's like, I knew it would happen, right? I knew I would get that backlash, I knew that I would lose friends, all of that, which just sounds like upside down world, right? That you will lose friends for saying you don't want porn in video games, but I digress. Yeah, that's what's been going on with that. I've already, since the beginning of the year, have been feeling like a shift, and that God is positioning me for something. I don't know exactly what that is. I've kind of talked about it a little on my Discord and on even my channel here, where I don't know what that means. Like for this channel, as you can see, I haven't been uploading as much. It's just because I don't feel led to be doing a lot of the gaming industry commentary stuff anymore. I think that I definitely was led to do that before, especially speaking out against all of the LGBT stuff that they were putting in this. And look at that, would you look at that? We find out that the government has been funding a lot of this crap in our society in general. So I can see why God would put that on my heart, because it was something that we needed to stand against. And it was like collectively as society, as a lot of us stood against this stuff, well, now look at it. We're getting a lot of this woke stuff, which is satanic. We're getting a lot of it kicked out, right? So I feel like at this point, and then with we have Donald Trump in office, who isn't going to be funding these initiatives and stuff anymore. I don't feel as directed to focus on that kind of stuff anymore, because it's one of those things. And maybe God will put that on my heart again. I don't know, but it's just not. It's like, okay, these things are not in the forefront anymore. So I don't know exactly what that means. So that's why I haven't been uploading daily or almost every day anymore, because I don't know what exactly I'm doing, right? So I want to continue to do I want to do fun stuff. I want to, like I have a Unicorn Overlord kind of soft review, like light review, I should say, where it's not a full review because I haven't beat it yet, but a light review of Unicorn Overlord now that I'm like 30 something hours in. So that'll be coming, but just fun stuff, unboxings, things like that. That's just, so I don't know. So I'm not uploading as often here, and I just don't feel as called to right now. And again, maybe I will later, but right now it's like I'm putting all of my initiatives on my Bible channel. I've got the daily uploads going on. If you guys don't follow me there, I've still been there every day, even though I haven't been here. And I have a lot of plans for after I finish reading the Bible. But right now, spiritual warfare has been insane. I'm not uploading as many like silly, goofy stuff lately. And that's why, because I have been under spiritual attack, like spiritual warfare in more ways than one. And I just feel like I'm constantly under attack, whether that be by people, people who I thought were my friends, and spiritually, and all of this stuff. I feel like I'm under constant attack. So I'm not in a goofy mood to be making funny videos. And so that's why I haven't been as inspired with the shorts and stuff like that lately, because it's a battle right now. But I'm putting all of my energy on getting the Bible completed on my Bible channel, because I know the resistance is going to keep getting stronger as I'm almost done with that. So I'm continuing that. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to keep doing stuff on that Bible channel, verse of the day, for shorts that I'm going to do, and then actual Bible-based topics. So as it is right now, it's like the Bible channel, I don't know if, I know that I definitely have a calling to put a lot of effort into that after I'm done reading the Bible, but do I know if that's going to be my main thing in terms of like, you know, what takes care of my bills and things like that? Well, it's not in that place now, and that's not even why I started it, but if that's something that God would lead me to do full time for that and would provide for that reason, to where I could put absolutely day to day tons of effort into it, I think that's a possibility. I'm just being open to what God is, where God is moving me. So regardless of if it's that or not, I will still keep that channel going. In this channel, I'm going to keep it fun right now, unless I feel called to do any other type of videos that I normally would do. But anyway, so that's it. Just guys, please be praying for me. Like, I'm okay. I'm not, you know, I'm not going to let this keep me down or anything. I'm a soldier for God, so I'll stay strong. I have no regrets in anything I've said and have been doing in these recent times, and the content I've been making and what I've been speaking out against, because I do feel that was put on my heart whenever I made that Goonergate video. 1000% that was on my heart, that I felt like God led me to make that video. And I was stewing on that for days and days before I even did. And I was like, I've got to do it. I'm going to get backlash. I'm going to lose followers. I know I am, but I got to do it. I feel the calling to do that. So I did. Anyway, I'm running out of time. I got to go do a quarter cast thing. But thank you guys. It was great catching up with my members. I will see you guys soon. Go Boom!